My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Elden Ring, where in the end of the last episode we defeated Malenia, Blade of Mikola, and then Malenia, Goddess of Rot as well. Just to finish out the set. Now we are looking for Benediction for the Great Rune of Malenia. So we are looking for entrance to the isolated Great Bridge in Lane-Dell, but Lane-Dell is currently burning. So there is another approach we can take in order to get there before we then return to Lane-Dell times. Forest Lookout Tower. So this should be it. We're using the teleportation from chest up here in order to go closer. Wait, hang on. This is the right one, right? Forest Lookout Tower? Well, we'll see. No. It should be Tower of Return that we're going to, I think. Oops. Yeah, we'll go to the Tower of Return in just a second. Let me clear this tower, apparently, that I haven't done before. Never mind, I totally have. Okay. Tower of Return. There we go. Isolated Merchant's Shack will lead us on our way there. But yes, immediately after that, we will be on our way to the Erdtree and Lane-Dell. I'm kind of expecting like a series of like 3 or 4 bosses near the very end. Just a little bit. Probably like a penultimate boss fight that looks like the boss fight, and then the boss fight, if we've taken any lessons from prior Souls games. I guess that doesn't as much exist in Dark Souls 1. It's pretty clear the entire time it's going to be Gwyn, but Gwyn also doesn't really feel like the end boss of Dark Souls 1, really. And also, you were originally planned to have a fight against Oscar of Astora there as well, so there's maybe a second boss that would have been there. I don't know. I wonder what Malenia's Great Rune is even going to do. I'm assuming it'd just be, you know, enhanced Scarlet Rot effects. Lane-Dell, Ashen Capital. Wait, is this one... Did I never light this? Wait. There's no way. Yeah, I have the Blessed Dew Talisman. I've been here. Pourquoi? Maybe it's considered a different version of itself when the capital is Ashen. Wow. You really positioned yourself to make that as bad as it possibly could have been for me. I appreciate it. There we go again. Really? Let's see what I have to say about that. Now, other side over there, that had the Blessed Dew Talisman. This teleporter, though, is now active. I was never going to remember this in a million years. Not sure how I would have even remembered to come here, though. I guess isolated bridge? Isolated merchant nearby. Theoretically, you can get to that part, but again, if you've already burned to the capital, apparently getting back to where we just were is a nightmare. And not easily done. Isolated Divine Tower. You should return to roots. Personally. Looking good. That wisp of like smoke there is just a lighting effect. It's not actually a teleport or anything like that. I trusted it to be at one point and ended up wasting like 2 minutes as this tower rather. This elevator ascended and then had to re-descend. I think I did that on one of my first. I really like the lighting effect here. It makes all the metal pop. Obviously, you wouldn't want to do it the entire time. Things would start looking washed out, but if I just do like it how it is at the time. I soul a divine tower. I'm not expecting a fight or anything like that. Really, I'm not. They wouldn't be so cruel as to do that to you. They daren't. Alright, Melania's Great Rune is restored. It is. Attacks recover HP after damage is taken. The blessing of this half-rotted rune reduces the healing power of flasks of crimson tears, and yet, due to the infusion of Melania's Spirit of Resistance. Interesting. Attacks made immediately after receiving damage will partially recover HP. Melania is the daughter to Queen Marika and Radigan, and her Great Rune should have been the most sacred of all. Melania is daughter to Queen Marika and Radigan, and her Great Rune should have been the most sacred of all. Why? Why should her Great Rune be the most sacred of all, in particular? In specific. It almost looks like a slightly larger version of the Great Rune of the Unborn, which I guess does make sense as well, right? Great Rune of the Unborn, this is from Renala, right? And then Melania's Great Rune looks like a modified version of that. I imagine if we could get Mikkela's, it would too. Rickard's, because Rickard is also, Rickard is Renala and Radigan, and your Marika and Radigan. Okay, Marika and Radigan, so it's the Moog. These two are quite similar, almost like inversions of one another. But also they're all relatively simplistic saves. I guess Radahn and Ricard, who are both from Renala and Radigan. Yeah, okay, so the lineage of the demigod is actually kind of implied by the shaping of the rune. Managed to settle that at the very end, managed to figure it out there. Alright. Where's the part where they're like, alright, you absolutely laid waste to this. Divine Bridge? Divine Bridge there? I don't know where the game teleports you after you destroy Leyndell, so I don't know where to go after having destroyed Leyndell. I'm gonna go to the Capital Rampart, see what's up here. I also don't know the extent to which I've destroyed it. As soon as I saw the Ashen City, I was like, okay, I need to turn around and go everywhere else. Alright, let's see what's happened to it. Those eyes are red. Oh, wait a second. Wait 1 second. I have not finished. I need to go back to prayer room. Fell in a wall. Hallowed tree roots. Think it's a fell in a wall? Right? This should be in the sewer area almost. I think I need to go to Millicent again to see their lifeless body, unfortunately. And claim from them the needle. So I think actually this is literally just go out this way and then up this route over, and we're in the area again. 2 different ways to get there, demonstrated recently. This honestly probably the better of them. Oh, no, it's not. This is not the better version of them, because now I have to get across the lake again. I mean, it's not like it's actually an issue. And heck, yeah, maybe I'd like a little bit more time to have a look around this area to see what's up. Maybe there's an item somewhere that I didn't expect. There isn't, but maybe there was, but there isn't. But there could have been, even though there wasn't. Good healing. This one, and now up, around, and across. I also haven't actually looked over there yet to see. Well, oh my god, you're gonna get in my way like this? Really? Thank you. Yeah, there's an item. An utter shame. I do know the end of this questline as well, which is why I was like, I think I have to have an item by this point before I continue in the Lanedale capital for a little bit. Unalloyed gold needle. Intricate needle of unalloyed gold. Intricate crafted needle of unalloyed gold, removed by Millicent from her flesh, bears no trace of the foul blood and is mostly faint with dew. There is something I must return to Melania, the dignity, the sense of self that allowed her to resist the call of the Scarlet Rot. Interesting quote to put on that. Something I must return to Melania. Interesting. I haven't got really anything I can draw from that. She seems to be like manifest of Melania's will, almost. Like an external force manifest of her will, but then doesn't really interact with Melania directly. Does interact, however, with the sisters. But we also don't know the effect of the sisters in general on the environment. I do kind of want to go back to Gari and ask what he knows and when he knew it. Because he sent the other sisters there, evidently. Or rather, they went there under his protection. So he has to know more than he's let on. Okay. I think this... I've said this a couple times, but whoa, hello, I didn't know you were here. Hang on, try again. Damn it. Trying to be predictive. There we go. Stand up so I can crit you. Poison Mothblight, Ash of War. Huh. Interesting, not for me. Yeah, but I think we'll be pretty close to done tying up loose ends. I imagine there are field bosses out there that I haven't finished. I know, in fact, there are. There are also Sites of Grace I haven't collected. But at some point, it ends up just becoming exclusively checklisting for a bunch of episodes to try and find bosses that are, like, I don't remember if I fought them. Hang on. Whoa, that's just a Deathrite bird over there? All of the nighttime bosses, well, I mean, I guess nighttime, right? It makes sense. I was about to say, are all of the nighttime bosses available permanently now? You know, because I've shown progression in the game, but no, that's definitely not the reason. Got him. Good fight. Very close. Get Death's Poker there. Let's actually have a look at the description of that. As I mean, the Ash of War, probably not super relevant, but it did kind of sound cool. Ash of War. Slash with the poison-infused blade. If the follow-up strike lands on a poisoned foe, will deal significant damage. Okay, so it's not actually something that allows you to fly for a brief period of time. As much as it might have sounded like it. What else? What else? It was Death's Poker, a weapon. Hmm? Oh, there it is. Looking very indistinct. Barbed rod carried by death birds. The bird are graveyard firekeepers. It is said that they rake out the ashen remains of the dead from their kilns. Souvenir. Onwards and upwards. Gari will be through here, and then we want to go to ancient Dragon Lord Placiduax's arena for just a moment. Oh, you really shouldn't have aggroed on me. Big mistake. Big mistake. Hey, Gari.
Millicent, my daughter, why would you take out the needle? You were so close, so very close to becoming the fairest of all flowers. Would you disown us too, as your mother did? We, children of the Scarlet Rot.
So is Gari serving the goddess of rot and is looking for, and is effectively sending more vessels for the rot goddess?
Millicent, Malenia, do you detest us so utterly? Millicent, Malenia, do you detest...
Millicent Melania, do you detest us so utterly? I'm gonna ride back again. I wouldn't be entirely surprised if I rode back and found his corpse. Does quit loading the game actually also reload the area for the sake of those things? Because that might just be a better idea than trying to run back to a lot of them in any future attempts. Okay. Do you detest us so utterly? But Gari was working to counteract the rot that works within Millicent's veins. Is the idea that they're not a supporter of the Rot Goddess as much as the supporter of a perfect union between Rot Goddess and the vessel that can control it? Ancient Dragon Lord Placiduax's arena is out this way. Dragon Temple Rooftop, Malekith, Blackblade, Dragon Temple, Altar, Dragon Lord Placiduax. There we go. Placidusax, sorry, my apologies. Two S's. One's a C, but it's basically an S if you draw another C around on the bottom side of it and flip it around. You see what I mean? Really? Hang on. How do I do this? I know that I have to use it here. The Unalloyed blade. Well, that's the extent of my knowledge. And it doesn't work. Oh boy. Yikes. Let me figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Okay. Shouldn't be a problem. We just need to also touch it to the flower where we killed Melania. So that makes sense. Something that I would have done in the normal order had I gotten this before going back to Melania appropriately. Return the Unalloyed Gold Needle. We get Miquella's Needle, as well as Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Let's have a read of Miquella's Needle here. So we return the needle, we get a needle in return. I mean, this does finally make sense of Millicent's I need to return a part to Malenia. This being... Oh, wait, hang on. Is it usable now? Yeah, there it is. Subdues a once accepted frenzied flame. One of the unalloyed gold needles that Miquella crafted to ward away the meddling of outer gods. Ward away the meddling of outer gods specifically. Oh! Thank you for that confirmation. Capable of subduing the flame of frenzy if inherited, and allowing one to cheat fate and avoid becoming the Lord of Frenzied Flame. That's what we're going to do. However, the needle is yet finished and can only be used in the Heart of the Storm Beyond Time, said to be found in Fire Abyss of Blood. Right. So if you want to go for maximum content, that is, you know, fighting Moog and... Hang on. No. Let me start this sentence again. This quest line is the incentive structure for the player to do all of the more secreted fights, right? In the same way that, you know, Dark Souls 2 had a lot of different ways to try and get you to go get giant souls so that you could then go for King Vendrick, right? And all of that was in service of actually getting the real ending after the ending. There was a quest line to guide you through that. We end up with that similarly here. Use Miquella's Needle to tame the Flame of Frenzy. Yes. Our eyes are now clear. If I rest at the site of grace, will I lose my scarring? No, I keep that. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I keep it. Cool. I am back to Dragon Communion Eyes, but no, I keep the scarring. That's... Oh, I love that so much. I prefer that my character, for a period of time, gave in to chaos and decided, you know what? Yeah, no, it is right. It is right to burn it all down. Yeah, correct, Shibriri, right? And then having embraced the Halig Tree and seeing a, you know, flawed but better way to then return to value the world as it stands and not want to be the Lord of Ashes. I love that story. The only thing I regret is that I missed out on more Malenia dialogue, which would have been really important for describing parts of the world that I don't still perfectly understand. Cathedral in second depths. I love how the story for the tarnished whom grace would again bless of no renown has worked out here. I could easily imagine a situation where, like, you know, Gold Mask isn't mentioned in that intro, but like,
Dragon Slayer Rin, wielder of the anvil.
Something like that was said in the intro instead of Gold Mask. And then, you know, we played as Gold Mask, someone who, you know, was born with no renown and then decided to go and do a bunch of incantation stuff and learned a bunch about the Gold Order and started to work with Corrin. Like, I could imagine a world where, say Dung Eater and Horror Loux, because I haven't seen them, that I would easily slot into any of those roles, or any of those characters could just be someone that player had headcanoned they had played themselves. Real RPG life. It's burning and it looks so good. Hang on, let me get a good shot of this. So we will now be looking for entrance all the way to the center. Oh, I have to reclaim every side of grace in... I guess, yeah, it makes sense that every side of grace would be different. Some of them maybe not even accessible anymore? Question mark? Yeah, the lone and level sands stretch long into the distance. Yeah, they are not accessible. This door that I previously opened is now permanently denoffed. Does not open from any side. Denoffer? Hang on. From this side. Denoffas at that point? Yeah, a lot of these are absolutely mangled. Can't ride the horsey. Sadly. I'm reading this area as more cinematic than anything else, and I think if they wanted us to explore the lone and level wastes, they would have given us the ability to ride in the area, right? Because this is clearly a different zone. This isn't just modified Lane-Dell. They would have had us actively load into or replaced the entire area. So where do I think my objective is going to be? There's the idea of going around the other side of this. Because I'm looking to get up, so around the other side of this would get me near the round table hold, which then gets me to the roots of the air tree, which would start leading up for us. I'm hearing just munching going on the other side of here. Just a lot of chomp chomps. Okay, that door isn't even actually open. Hang on. I mean, one way to guaranteed get some hide is to run up this dragon. And some parts of it are accessible. We were already running up it. It's just... what's going on inside that building? It sounds like a scraping and dragging? Really? Whatever it is, it's manual labor of an intense kind. You get wild calluses with it, I'm certain. It's only getting louder. Oh, there it is. It's just a gargoyle dragging its blade along the ground there. You can get the side of grace that I know exists in here. All of the enemies that would usually jump you. Where? This is... pretty sure there's a side of grace. Is it down here? Nope. I mean, I guess, yeah, they don't have to be the same amount of sites of grace. I like that all of the enemies that usually would be here are just burned. Blackened, charred corpses. Legendary item over near the entrance. We'll get that in a moment, but you know what? Nah, it's just you and me, bud. That action, that giant halberd attack there from the enemy, or great axe attack rather, did not manage to break my poise while I was doing a Lion's Claw. God, I love Lion's Claw. It's so cool. Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone? Nothing. There's a pickup there for us. But still clearly here to help guide us in the right direction. Obviously, there's Grand Sax. Still can't ride the horsey. But the routes over on the other side of this ought to be very useful. Very, very useful. There's usually a page in the corner down there. Yeah, they're dead too. That makes sense. Oh, hang on. No, it looks like the route itself has also burned. So we'll have to go up a more natural path here. Isn't there a bridge broken over in this area and a branch is what compensates for it? I guess we might have to jump down that way. Ah, yeah, a fallen part of the bridge has, or a fallen part of the branch has bridged that area. Although it looks like this will be fine too, right? Run up and around. Corrin and Goldmusk aren't here. Right? Where are they? Are they still... I thought they were near the ancient Snow Valley ruin. They may have since moved to an area that I don't know where they are. Over in Crone. I kind of hope they're here. I want them to see. See your precious tree. Your flammable, flammable oak. Yes. Oh, he did that. Honestly, if they would just convert and praise the true tree, there wouldn't be an issue. It's their fault. I burnt it because Goldmask liked the tree too much. I'm gonna come out and say, yep, I did it to punish Goldmask for giving me the cold shoulder every single time I talk to him. So, RE that previous plan not a good one, as it turns out. Are you alive? They lived. Absolutely, I'm going to let them continue living. How cruel it would be for me to be the third? Fourth? How many calamities has Leyndell fell? I just don't need to add to the number is all I'm saying. Wait a second. So the fact that there is the burnt branch down here, making that traversal possible, does make me think, oh, they intend for you to go down there. But then for what reason? How from there do I access... I don't understand. I mean, there is one path, Forbidden Lands, and then come back that way. Frenzied Flame Prescription. Forgotten Depths. Leyndell, Capital of Ash. It also did seem like it was specifically trying to lead me to... that really does look like that's lethal. It does look like specifically it was trying to lead me here. To the outside of the Round Table Hold. Maybe I wasn't thorough enough checking that area. I couldn't even get back in if I tried. This is safe. And then rolling around the left here should be too. Wait, before I do that, there's absolutely no way literally the answer is walk in through the front door. Right? God damn. Well, I'm glad I checked. Let's say, I'm just glad I checked. Anything I even want to claim from down there? Not that I can really think of. Onwards, upwards, and forever twirling, twirling towards victory. D? You're dead.
I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring.
To become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas, none shall take the throne.
Oh, none.
America has high hopes for us. We continue to struggle. On to eternity.
Oh, so the plan is we continue to struggle until eternity. So were you... Oh, you know a lot of spells. Uh-oh. I think we're about to flatten him quickly. Was Gideon betraying us the whole time? Attempting to make sure that no tarnish did manage? Were you just about to do a big Scarlet Rod attack? Where did you learn that? Just recast the same abilities 3 times in a row?
Bones, a tarnished cannot become a lord. Not even you. A man cannot kill a god.
I'm sorry, you gave me a quest. Scepter of the All-Knowing Helm, Armor, Gauntlets, and Grease. Hugh gave me a quest to use this weapon to slay a god. I would not let Hugh down. I would happily let Gideon down. I let him at least 6 feet down right there. What is this pickup we made? Scepter of the All-Knowing. Magic damage, knowledge above all. Scepter in the form of a hand grasping a pearl. Signature weapon of Sir Gideon, Ofnir the All-Knowing. The pearl stands for the world, the heavens, and an eye, representing many forms of knowledge, never fully attainable. Even knowing that, the All-Knowing's hand grasps for it. Raise the scepter to manifest the realm of the All-Knowing. Enemy, magic, and holy damage negation will be reduced for all within the area, including the caster. And then we also have the Utfits. Any uniquenesses here? Yeah, a little bit high in magic resist compared to others. Helm worn with countless eyes and ears, worn by Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing. Knowledge begins with the recognition of one's ignorance. The knowledge that the search of knowledge... The realization. The realization that the search for knowledge is unending. But when Gideon glimpsed into the will of Queen Marika, he shuddered in fear at the end that should not be. Okay. All of those pieces of clothing say the same. Sit down at this side of grace. Take one more level. This always did look a little lonely out here. It's been joined by an item, Holy Grease. 6 Holy Greases as well. I could have sworn I checked this area earlier, but maybe it was just blocked off. The other around the corner we also need to go check. I was figuring, there's got to be something more to these. They're very ceremonial. There's a lot of a lead up to them. Oh! Yes. I don't think you were here before. What do you know?
He has returned. The Lord has returned at long last. Our very first Lord to brandish the Elden Ring once more.
He is returned. Our very first Lord. Godfrey? Godfrey was the first Elden Lord. We fought Godfrey, I think was even called Godfrey the first Elden Lord in this room. Although we did find a memory or something like that. Like it was clearly like not actually Godfrey. It was clearly, you know, like an incantation manifest of Godfrey, or, you know, like a spirit summon of Godfrey or something like that. I think that probably just meant Godfrey was dead, but there's other readings. Directly contradicted by the person who said, Godfrey's back! Godfrey's back and he's better than ever. Wait, hang on. More items. Yes. Erd Tree Heal. No, I'm not gonna use that. Oh, if you could actually, I know it's 42 faith, but if you could actually use this. One of the ancient Erd Tree incantations, the Erd Tree once flourished with abundance, yet it was only for a fleeting moment, such as the course of a life. If you could use that as a way to, like, heal a little bit of the Erd Tree for, like, an ending, that'd be pretty cool. I'm never gonna be able to. That's not the ending I'm going with. I want the Erd Tree to burn. Who burns it? Well, that's a question still up. Oh. 41 minutes. Boss fight in 4 minutes. Yeah, I think we can do that. Novelli? Yes? Oh, I care more about the story than I care about trying to prove myself against the boss. Drink this. She said she would fight beside me. Time to put up or shut up.
It's been a long while, Morgoth. Long and hard didst thou fight, tarnished warrior.
Which of us?
Spurned by the grace of gold.
Again, which of us do you mean?
Be assured, the Elden Ring resteth close at hand.
Indeed it does. I don't see any thorns in front of that door.
Alas, I am returned. To be granted audience once more.
Oh, that looks so good!
Upon my name as Godfrey.
There we go. That's Sarosh
the
then.
First Elden Lord.
His stomp attack is going to be pretty bad. Oh, I didn't have enough endurance to resist. That went down too quickly. Oh my god. So many follow-ups on that. Chug, chug, chug. Back on in. Wow, the belly is actually doing serious work. It is a little rude how hey. Oh, Sarosh jumps off. I'm ready.
That will be
Huh?
Thou didst me good service, Siraj.
Oh, no! You're not gonna graft, are you? Did you is this the same that he just did to Morgoth? So you consumed
Given thee
their
courtesy
power, effectively?
enough.
I've given thee courtesy enough. Hell of a braid, my man.
Now I fight as Loux.
Excuse me?
Warrior!
Excuse me? My god, am I ever glad I brought Nepheli Loux here. Oh, man. Okay, that move is cool as hell. So, wait. Loux was one of the Tarnished that was called out at the very start. But is the... Wait, what does this mean? I don't understand the significance. Like, if other than the intro cutscene, I knew more... Oh, ouch. I knew more about Loux, maybe even from Nepheli, because, like, there's clearly a relationship there.
Brave, tarnished. Thy strength befits a crown.
Incredibly kind of you to say. Loux. Nepheli, I am so sorry. I'll come and speak to you soon about what we've just done here. Let's have a look at that remembrance, and then also the items that remembrance would get us. Okay. When Godfrey, first Elden Lord, was robbed of his grace, becoming tarnished. Robbed of his grace, becoming tarnished. So wait, is the definition of tarnished that they have been robbed of grace? I figured tarnished was ye dead who yet live. But the problem with that is then what defines the tarnished against those who live in death, right? I guess the tarnished can return to roots. He took with him his... Wait, hang on. When Godfrey, the line of Godric, first Elden Lord, was robbed of his grace, becoming tarnished. Who's Godric's parents? Hang on. Well, who's Godfrey's? I might not know that. Or at least I don't remember. There's a lot of information in this game. He took with him his kinfolk and left the lands between. After the long march of the Tarnished came to an end, Godfrey divested himself of kingship, becoming a simple warrior once more. The timeline in this is a bit hard for me to wrap my noodle about. Let me give that a let me gestate. Let me marinate that one in the brain juices for a wee bit of time. Elden Throne, and we can, whilst doing so, have a look at the lore attached to Godfrey / Loux. So wait, is Loux like Now I fight as Loux warrior, but that's after Sarosh. I remember there was a point, some item seemed to hint that Godfrey had Sarosh like permanently affixed as effectively like a control mechanism. So is that like, you know, Rock Lee kicking off the braces, effectively taking Sarosh off? Or was it the manifestation, like, is Loux and their barbarian nature, is that a creation of the amalgamation of Godfrey and Sarosh, right? So the absorption, if we are to assume, the absorption of Morgott at the very start was Godfrey reclaiming the title of, like, King and Elden Lord, right, from Morgott, who was effectively steward of those, and then doing the same to Sarosh halfway through the fight, is incorporating Sarosh into themselves and becoming Loux. I like that a lot more. I like that. I'm not certain if it's well supported, but is in my mind. Loux. Axe of Godfrey, weapon of Godfrey, Elden Lord. It was broken into battle fought as leader of the Tarnished during the Long March. This weapon is symbolic of Godfrey's vow to conduct himself as a lord, later becoming an emblem of the golden lineage. In the days of past, a crown was warranted with strength. Regal Roar let out a mighty warcry, raising attack power, sending out a shockwave that cannot be guarded against by stomping the ground, while active, strong attack becomes a lunging slash. Neat. Super cool. Totally a weapon we could actually use. Probably not going to at this point. Ash of War, Loux's Earthshaker, usable on all melee armaments. Heavy. Slam both hands into the ground and violently shake the earth and unleash a shockwave. Follow up with additional input to slam the ground again. I'm gonna buy that, actually. Oh! Okay, what's his armor like, though? Oh, what's his armor like? Please, what's his armor? Melania's winged helm, super cool. More lore! Winged helm of unalloyed gold, worn by Melania, blade of Mikola. Melania awaited Mikola at the foot of the husk. My brother will keep his promise. He possesses the wisdom, the allure of God. He is the most fearsome Imperium of all. Crown of Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. The age of the Air Tree began amongst conflict when Godfrey was Lord of the battlefields. He led the war against the giants, faced the Storm Lord alone. We don't even know the Storm Lord. And then there came a moment when his last worthy enemy fell. It was then, as the story is told, that the hue of Lord Godfrey's eyes faded. So that would be losing grace, losing the guidance of grace, becoming tarnished. Briarhelm, Royal Knight Helm. Silver Helm of Loretta, who served a knight who served Mikella's Haligtree. Loretta, once a royal carrier knight, went on a journey in search of a haven for the Albinorics and determined that the Haligtree was their best chance for eventual salvation. I love that. Malekith's Helm, worn by Malekith the Black Blade, black iron decorated with gold. Malekith, Queen Marika's loyal half-brother. In what way? Bore a blade imbued with destined death, and there was not one demigod who did not fear him. Champions knew what was at stake. Indeed, this is what made them champions. Veteran's Helm is null. Okay, Melania's armor gives us the same information of other parts. Same with the follow-ups for all of the rest of them as well, it looks like. Okay. I guess gauntlets don't say anything unique. Hats don't say anything unique. Neat. Oh man. I don't think I want to wear the Elden Lord crown. I don't think I want to wear the Malekith helm. I do want to keep my horns. I really like my horns. I've become attached to them. pun retroactively intended. Elden Lord armor, I don't know. This seems, it all seems a little like overhandling to me. Maybe I come back and I try to wear some of those at some point, but right now, not so much. Not such a priority. Let's rest for a moment at the Table of Lost Grace. Take one more level in Vigor. And then say that my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Elden Ring. Series playlist up in the top left. YouTube recommendation down below. Streaming past other names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Add above the thank tier. And a special thanks this episode to Disney and Mia. Hopefully you all been enjoying yourselves. And hopefully we'll see you all next time.